If you've been living under a rock for the last 72 hours, you might not know that Bethesda has been bought by Microsoft. However, there's another studio that Microsoft has that everybody's now excited about this Bethesda acquisition. Obsidian. Obsidian made what is arguably the greatest Fallout game there is. At least they helped make it with Bethesda. And of course, I'm talking about Fallout New Vegas. And everybody's hyped. Everybody's excited. Go look on Twitter. I mean, it's Fallout New Vegas 2, please. When are you going to announce Fallout New Vegas 2? And believe me, I'm on that hype train, baby. Choo choo. But there's a problem. I'm not fully on the hype train. Or at least as much on the hype train as a lot of other people are. And a lot of other people probably will be. And the main reason for that is I am a little worried about a few games. Now, don't get me wrong, Obsidian makes great games. Grounded is still a favorite of mine. It's getting better every time I play it. I love it. I'm now completely, it's one of the reasons why I'm almost addicted to survival base building games now is Grounded. But going back to the Outer Worlds. Everybody loved the Outer Worlds. Everybody wanted the Outer Worlds to be this Fallout in space, and even I thought it was too. And I had fun. I had fun playing it. I admit I had a lot of fun playing the game. It's just the problem is, as soon as I finished the main mission, there was no reason for me to play it again. I'm sure there are alternate endings. There's evil, good playthroughs, role-playing, that sort of thing. But the role-playing just wasn't as fun as it was in Fallout New Vegas. Now, don't get me wrong, the humor is there. The traditional Obsidian dark humor is there. And it believe me, The Outer Worlds is still one of the better games out there. I just don't have any interest in playing it after I've already beaten it. Whereas with Fallout New Vegas, I would literally try to get all 4 endings. You can play good versions and bad versions. I mean, if you really think about it, there's about 8 endings to Fallout New Vegas, where there's only really 2 to the Outer Worlds. Now, full disclosure, I have not played the DLC yet with Outer Worlds, so I can't tell you anything about that. But yet, you take that and you take everything that's gone on with Fallout 76. And I mean everything. Go back to the beginning. And believe me, games are forgivable if they can get it right. Now, Bethesda's tried, and I will give them more credit than most people will. I know they're now considered a AAA franchise, but this is also their first foray into, basically an MMO. And it's not been that great. Not going to lie. It's not that great. I will enjoy playing it every once in a while. I've got friends that love playing Fallout 76. And yes, I have to admit, almost every update, with a few exceptions, have been great updates. They've improved the game vastly. I can compare that to another game I have a massive addiction for right now, No Man's Sky. When it first came out, it was really, really disappointing in a way. And I got a feeling that's what's going to happen with Fallout New Vegas 2. It's going to end up getting this No Man's Sky level of hype. And we're all going to expect arguably the greatest video game ever made. Let's just be honest. We're already down that path. It's not looking good, to be honest with you. And that's what scares me about a Fallout New Vegas 2. How many times do we look at movie sequels and they're just not as good? The same could be said for some video game sequels, man. We hold a special place for Fallout New Vegas because now, let's just be honest, it's about 15 years old. It's one of our favorite games because, well, I mean, you have a multitude of reasons why it's one of your favorite games, but it's always mentioned. Every Fallout fan has it extremely high on their list, if not number one. Now, I know some Fallout fans like Fallout 2 better, and I've even seen some people put Fallout 3 up there. But Fallout New Vegas is a great Fallout game, and to be honest with you, it might be, I don't want to say the perfect Fallout game, but it's the closest thing we got to the perfect Fallout game because of so many of the, RPG elements and how much role-playing we can do. That's another thing that scares me about Fallout New Vegas too. And that's why I'm not as hyped as everybody else is, because the expectations for that game is already so high. Thinking, okay, well, Obsidian and Bethesda can just recreate that magic, but they both have had, some flops. Let's just be honest. Bethesda's quality has gone down in the past few games. I can even loop in some Doom with that. And their big project right now is Starfield. It feels to me that that's what they kind of sacrificed Fallout 76 so they can work on Starfield, and they know that their bread is buttered with the Elder Scrolls. Let's just be honest. We live in the Elder Scrolls world. And when you're a Bethesda fan, you expect that. You expect the Elder Scrolls to be top-notch, but it hasn't been that great either. I was really hyped for Blades because Blades was on Switch, and it hasn't been as fun as I thought it would be. I don't know. I think we need to temper a little bit our expectations for what a Fallout 2 would be. And that's why I'm not as excited as everybody else is for Fallout New Vegas 2. I just don't know what it will look like. And I just don't know if Obsidian and Bethesda can recapture that magic of that game. Because a lot has changed, and a lot's going to change. All right, you can already know that the game's probably not even going to be started on development until 23. Because because Grounded, they want to get off the ground for Obsidian. Bethesda wants to get Elder Scrolls 6 out, and they want to get Starfield out. That's their two huge projects right now. Look at how many times they've had to go back and, kind of fix Doom Eternal. All right? Things are going to change. Things are going to change at Obsidian. Things are going to change at Bethesda. While it's great to think and great to dream these things, I'm not 100% sure that we're going to get the Fallout New Vegas 2. I don't think we'll ever get the Fallout New Vegas 2 that we want. And even if it's Fallout New Cascadia, something of that nature, I just think we've overhyped in our minds now Fallout and what it could be if Obsidian got back in the game. Now don't mistake this as me saying I don't want it to happen. I want it to happen more than anything else on the face of the planet. Because even to this day, Fallout New Vegas still makes me happy to play. And in the end, I think that's what it really is about. Well, anyways, that's all I got for you. All right, thanks.